Have fun out there. You're doing great. All right? Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, folks, welcome back to the second half where we are all knotted up at 33. And tonight's match between your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish and the Royal Oak Shrine Catholic Knights. So Shrine 2-7 on the season, Irish 5-4, been a real roller coaster of a season. This whole time, leading scorer is Bordonia with 17. That one picked off by Sowers, leaping, working, lays that one up. So that's 7 points now for Sowers, as that's handled by Tillman. Sends that up ahead to Smith. Into the paint, Kramer lays that one in. So Kramer up to 14, Tillman with 15 leading the way. That's in the corner. Carpanese looking to get underneath, pivots, travels. So Shapiro going to throw it from underneath her own basket. Irishman pressing pretty heavily here, putting on some double teams as Tillman gets a nice pass over to Proctor, beating that press. She now slows that down and gives it over to Shapiro on the near elbow. Flips Fields over. Up top now is Tillman. Has that off to Smith. Smith looking into the corner. Tillman goes underneath. Pass picked off by Bordonia. Sends that up ahead to Sayular as she runs underneath contact over to Simon. Simon. Layup is no good. Looked like it was right in. Hit the rim and comes back out. So now Tillman handles it. Tillman looking for her options here. Guarded very closely by Sayular. That's now into the near elbow. In the corner for Tillman. Underneath. Pass batted away by Bordonia, who now handles it. Bordonia working in on the near elbow. Into the corner. Sowers puts up the contested 3. No good. Rebound. Bordonia. Another layup that doesn't go. That rebound loose again. Who is fouled? That foul on Proctor. But timeout called. That's a full timeout, so 1 minute of you guys getting to listen to me talking about something. We will look ahead as to what next week, or what this coming week is going to bring. Tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m., we will have some wrestling coverage for you. I will be camping out at school for 9 hours. We will get there at 7:45 like I normally would, lifting from 3 to 5, and then at 6, bringing you coverage of the home quad. So weird.
Let's go.
Nice thing is the huddle right in front of my setup. So looking out of the first half, Shrine going into a man-to-man offense. Notre Dame going to try to combat that by throwing out a zone. And again, pointing out was head coach Matuza. Only 3 players have scored for Shrine, that being Smith, who has 6, Tillman, who has 15, and Kramer with 14. That first free throw from Bordonia, right through. It's now up to 18. That free throw rattles around, rebound handled by Smith, and now passes that over to Shapiro. Out across half court, so the Irish, no press, zone defense now, going to force Shrine to think around the outside. So they were looking for 13, really marking that. So that's sent over. Carpanese running over Proctor. They're trying to snipe that pass there. That's 3 fouls on the day for Carpanese. Got left hanging there. Went to lift up Proctor. Hand stayed there. So that's handled by Proctor now. Crossing, crosses up. Sowers, however, it didn't matter. Taken away by Thayular. Now ball on the ground. Proctor looking for something. That's taken by Carpanese. Puts the brakes on. Puts up the long two. Underneath Sowers. Lays that one in through contact. Split her defenders there. Physical play there from Sowers with a nice shot. She's up to 9 points on the day. 38-35 is the score now. Shapiro handles that one. Now to Proctor. Into the paint. Kramer working underneath. No good. Great defense there from Campbell Bordonia. Is Carpanese going to handle this? Bordonia underneath. Loses that one. Ball up for grabs. Tillman works her way around. Sends that one up ahead. Kramer underneath. Good defense from Paula Sayular. Knocking that one away, forcing an off-balance shot. Now Tessa Bordonia handles it for the Irish. Passes that one into the near elbow. That's Sowers with it. Up top, Sayular. Through her hands. Good save. Now Bordonia passes it over to her sister Tessa. Who now has it. Puts up the floater, rolling around. Rebound loose. And stepping out of bounds with it was Proctor. Possession staying with the Irish. Tessa Bordonia here to throw it in. First, the Irish making my job difficult here today. Tessa Bordonia and Campbell Bordonia on the field at the exact same time. It's thrown up by Bordonia to Sowers. Sowers pulls up, rolling around and in. Sowers really good body control there. Put the jumper with a little bit of forward movement. So laid back a little bit there. Let off the floater. Irish leading by 5 as Shapiro goes for 3. No good. Rebound loose. And gonna go to the Irish. That's taken by Thayular. No, has it up top. Passes that over to Bordonia. Bordonia with a mid-range. Nothing but the net. Much to the pleasure of brother Louis. So now 42-35. 7-point run for the Irish. As that zone defense doing wonders as Smith misses the layup handled by Tessa Bordonia. So good call there. Switching to zone defense as it seems to have caught the Knights off guard as Bordonia looking for her sister Campbell in the paint overthrew that pass. So Carpanese subbed out now for Kashuba. Of course, Carpanese with 3 fouls so far, so she's got to be careful. That's handled up top by Colby. First time we've seen her, this other senior for Shrine, who now handles that on the near elbow. Gives that one over to Tillman. Looking to send that into the paint. Picked off by Sowers, but taken by Kramer. As Sowers will retreat a little bit here. Tillman handles it. Into the corner, that's Proctor. Thought about shooting it, getting underneath. Pass that over to Kramer. Rejected by Bordonia. Great block there. Tessa Bordonia handles it now over to Kushiba. Sowers puts up the 3. Off the rim. Bordonia battles with Kramer for the rebound. Underneath, Sayular handles it, turning. Looking for the layup there, but that's handled by Kushiba. Moving around, sends that up top. Bordonia into the corner. Sowers for 3. Nothing but net. So Coach Matuza trying for a timeout, but timeout called by Shrine, so it doesn't really matter. 45. I believe it's 45. 45. Well, the scoreboard says 45, so we're going to say it's 45-35. I thought it was 48.
Let's make them make shots before we get started respecting. You got to get 13, they got to get 24.
So that's a 30-second timeout taken by Shrine. They're trailing by 10. Irish went on a 7-point run here.
Okay, let's go. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
So 2:16 left in the third. Irish lead this one by 10 on NDP Athletics Broadcasting Network. I'm Augie Villoan. So the Irish led up 2 early from, I believe it was Smith, and then went on a 7-point run. Sets over to Tillman on the near elbow into the paint. Malkowski puts up a long 2, no good. Rebound taken by Sowers, who now controls it. Passing up ahead, looking for Kushaba. Kept in. Kushaba with a tic-tac-toe pass. Sowers puts up the 3, but it's no good. Proctor up to Tillman, being pressed by the Irish. It's underneath. And the lay from Smith there. Finally getting some points on the board. Kushaba passes that into Cellular. Cellular foul. We'll see who the foul was on. That foul on Colby. It's her first of the day. Kathleen Colby, the senior. So free throws here from Cellular. I don't know how I have the hiccups. I didn't need anything. First free throw, brick foul. Close. Close. No good. This free throw from Cellular rattles around, knocked out. So Guma, something out Bala. So that is thrown in by Colby, now up to Tillman. So it's been Tillman, Smith, and Kramer. That's been the scoring unit for Shrine. Only two of them on the court right now, in Smith and Tillman, as Tillman now controls that at the near elbow. Looking for Proctor. Proctor underneath. Foul. Foul on Sowers. That's her first of the day. So free throws coming out for Proctor. So that first free throw rattles around and out.
Box out, box out.
Minute and 11 seconds left here in the third. Irish lead this one by 12, 37-45. 45-37. So that second free throw from Proctor took its sweet time, but gets in the end. So that's the first point scored by someone not one of those core 3. Is that 3 from Sowers? No good. Rebound loose, taken by Smith. Went through the hands of both Bordonians. Is now handled by Tillman. Now over to Colby. Colby over to Proctor. Under a minute left here. Proctor looking for some options. Spinning. Drops that one off to Tillman. Tillman out across to the near corner. Colby passing low but traveled. So the cold's starting to seep in here in the main gym. I'm pulling a coat on. So Irish lead this one by... Irish lead this one 45-38. Under 40 seconds as that's handled by Kushba. Into the corner, Sowers. Up top. Now Guma. Guma puts up the 3. Off the backboard and in. Bring that lead back out to 10. On a nice three-pointer there from Emily Guma, as that's now loose in the paint. Smith working, layup, no good. 16 seconds set up. Guma handles the outlet pass and just off the fingertips and out. Took a hop, got some top spin, and unfortunately went out of the reach of Emily Guma. That pass, good outlet there from Campbell Bordonia. So it's now handled underneath. Smith is fouled with 1.7 seconds left on the clock in the third. That foul on Bordonia, her third of the day. And that's Campbell, not Tessa. First free throw from Smith. In. So Campbell Bordonia getting subbed off for Audrey Simon. Second free throw from Smith. No good. Rebound taken by Kushba. Sowers just laid on the last effort heave. However, we are headed to the fourth quarter. Irish leading by 9. Moggyville on here with NDP Athletics Broadcasting, bringing you all your live coverage of Notre Dame athletics. So currently, Irish leading 48-39 as we enter leading by 9 are the Irish here going into the fourth quarter. Leading scorer, Tessa Bordonia. Second is Sowers with 14. And then Montano, Guma, and Kushba all with 3 of their own. For the Knights, Tillman has 15, Kramer has 14, Smith has 9, and Proctor has 1. So Bordonia now throws that one in into Kushba. It's to Bordonia from the free throw line, bricks out, rebound taken herself as she is fouled. That foul on Shapiro, that's Shapiro's 3rd of the day. Brought the portable charger. Haven't brought the portable charger to a stream since the football season. Now have one. So first free throw from Bordonia. No good. Off the front of the rim. So now the second. That one up, rattling around. Rebound taken by Smith, who drops that off for Proctor. Now up top, up to Tillman. Brings that out across. On the near elbow, that's Proctor. Almost knocked away by Addison Kushba. Into the paint for Smith. Battling with Bordonia there, regains control of it. Looking to send it all the way across. It's in the feet of Simon, who grabs that one. And now back up to Bordonia, leading scorer for the Irish. Passed into the corner, Guma, 3. No good. Rebounds. Knocked out of bounds by Shapiro, so possession stays with the Irish. So Tessa Bordonia going to throw in here. That's up top. Simon puts up the long 2, no good. Bordonia pressing hard on Julia Kramer. But now that's up to Tillman. And handled by Shapiro. Now that's into the paint. Smith. Good spin move and the layup there. But that pass up ahead. Simon over to Guma. Knocked out of bounds. Carpenese taking out Tessa Bordonia. Irish lead by 7. So Shapiro tying the shoe, so we'll get a quick stoppage. Also, something that I think I might just now be noticing is there's a corner 3 from Sowers. No good. And out of bounds on Shrine. So position going to stay with the Irish. Just now noticing, but all the players on the floor for Shrine have the same shoes. I don't know if this is a universal thing. As that's up top, Simon passes that one off to Sowers. Sowers for 3. Rolls in and out. Tillman puts that up ahead to Smith. One-on-one with Sowers. Sowers knocks that one away. Good block. She's had several so far as Carpenese through traffic. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Shrine. So possession back to the Irish as Theular checks in for Kachuba. Carpenese here to throw it in for the Irish. Looking, throws that up top. Sowers. Sowers pulls the 3. Nails that one. So now the lead back up to 10 for the Irish, 51-41 with 6:21 left. That's handled by Proctor. Now into the corner for Tillman. Been getting pretty heavily covered. That's over to Shapiro. And it's underneath, rejected by Sowers once again. She's up to 4 or 5 blocks on the day as that's over to Thayular. The long 2 off the rim. Rebound taken by Simon, and the foul. That foul called on Tillman. 2 on the day. So I would like to give a shout out to Katie Tillman, the head coach for Shrine, did give me the website for their recent results. I would like to shout out her. Someone's phone went off. Sowers getting subbed out here. Second free throw here for Simon. That one rattles in. So now 11-point lead for the Irish. With just under 6 minutes remaining in the game, I'm Augie Villowan here with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. So that's into the paint. Smith, guarded by Simon, knocked away, taken by Guma. Guma weaves her way around. Handled, working in, sends it over Thayular on the back door. Rebound, loose. Handled and knocked out of bounds by Guma. Now that I've reached this development where I think all of the Shrine players have the same, see if that pattern holds up, but with the limited subs that they have, 4 subs on the bench, I'm not going to see a ton of action from other people as there's Proctor. Sends that over to Tillman now into the paint. Smith spins, gets underneath, fouled by Simon. So that foul on Simon. That's her first of the day, so she's had a little bit of foul trouble recently. Luckily, all good here. As Smith took a hard fall, looking like she is okay. So now 2 free throws here for Summer Smith. First free throw is up and straight through. So lead down to 10 for the Irish. Second free throw on the way. That one up. No good. Rebound taken by the Irish and Tessa Bordonia, who will carry it up ahead. That's down to Thayular. Thayular underneath. Over to Bordonia. Good pass there by Thayular. And Bordonia lays that one up. 22 points. So that's another good play by Bordonia. Picks that one off. Working underneath. Through pressure. No good. Rebound loose. Taken by Kramer. 12-point lead now for the Irish. Just under 5 minutes.
It's like, Regina, you're our only hope.
Proctor handles that. Head fakes. Now into the paint. Smith. Step back. No good. Rebound loose. Handled by Kramer. Out to Tillman. Now to Shapiro. Shapiro puts up a 3. Airballs that one. No good. So Sowers checking in for Emily Guma. Senior out of Notre Dame, had quite the season so far. Set the all-time scoring record for the program and has just added on to it so far this year as Thayular drops that off to Carpanese. Carpanese stops to Sowers, but she did travel. So now sub coming in. Okay, I think they all do. They do indeed have matching shoes. So Malkowski subbing out Smith. 4:15 left, Irish leading by 12. Into the corner, that's Tillman. Tillman thought about shooting it, now underneath. Sends that to the far corner. Up top now for Proctor now. Sends that up top, now into the corner. Near corner, just out of reach of Proctor, who holds on to it, but now knocked out of bounds by Bordonia. So now Campbell Bordonia coming in for Audrey Simon. Audrey Simon, one of 2 seniors on this girls basketball team. Had her mother as my English teacher in middle school, also a good friend of the family and the program. That's underneath. Kramer lays that one up through some contact. That's handled by Thayular. Over to Bordonia. Bordonia. Been on fire today, 22 points. Over for Thayular, just high, but kept in by Thayular. Diving into the Irish bench. Got to get back to the play. Layup from Bordonia. A one-handed shovel shot up to 24 points. Irish leading by 12. Tillman, she's been scoreless so far. Gives it over to Shapiro, down to the paint. Handled by Proctor as it bounced out. Into the corner, Shapiro, now into the paint. Kramer taken by Sowers. Sowers, we're gonna 1-on-2 underneath. The layup is good. And the timeout called by Shrine. Gonna be a full 1 minute timeout. The Irish on fire today. So we got a full minute timeout here called by Shrine as they're trailing right now by 16. So lead scores now right now for the Irish. Tessa Bordonia with 24. Kaylin Sowers with 19. For Shrine, Julia Kramer with 16. Nora Tillman with 15, and Summer Smith with 12. Leah Proctor pitches in with 1.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
So 60-44 is the score right now. Looking like, should things continue the way they have been, Irish gonna continue their pattern and head to 6-4 on the season. So again, the season, just like men's basketball, has just been up and down. Won the opener versus Redford Union, then lost to Bloomfield Hills. So that set them at 1-1. Then won 2 straight versus King and Oakland Christian back-to-back, sitting at 3-1. Then dropped 1 to Fenton, a close one to Fenton. Beat Waterford United, lost to Divine Child, beat Avondale, and then recently lost to Walled Lake Northern. As that pass almost picked off by Tessa Bordonia, however, she went for a bit of a dive in there, so going to be a foul called. 3 fouls for Bordonia, who's just gone absolutely nuclear today. Really great game out of her and the Irish. Second place in scoring is the junior, so bright future ahead for the Irish. That's Proctor. Stops. Into the corner, Tillman. Tillman thought about shooting the 3, getting face guarded here by the Irish. It's in the paint, taken away by the Irish. Kashuba handles it, spinning away from pressure. Sends it over for Carpanese. Just out of reach. Shapiro going to throw this one in. So it's handled by Tillman. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game, so the Irish just got to stave off a miraculous run and play the great defense they've been playing. That's over to Shapiro. Now in the corner, almost taken away by Carpanese, although a foul called on Bordonia. Campbell Bordonia. So that's the 4th foul on the day for Campbell Bordonia. 1 away from fouling out. As that is Proctor throwing it in underneath. Sends to the corner. Shapiro now to back to the corner. Tillman puts up the 3. No good. Safely rebounded by Carpanese and sent up ahead to Sowers. Sowers slows it down. The Irish got plenty of time to work with. Sends it over to Kushima. Steps over to Bordonia. Bordonia underneath. Passes that one up to Sowers. Taken away by Shapiro. Underneath. That layup is no good. Taken by Campbell Bordonia. And now handled by Sowers. Sowers up the middle. Stepping back under some pressure. Bordonia to the other Bordonia, who lays that one in. So that's Tessa to Campbell to lengthen the Irish lead and a timeout. So last timeout used by head coach Katie Tillman for Shrine. Minute and 11 seconds left in the 4th as we get the full change. So now on for the Irish. Olivia D'Souza. Izzy and Nella Kaminskis, Ariana McGank, and Amelia Stewart. So again, pretty dominant game for the Irish so far. Bordonia has 24 points, Sowers trailing behind her with 19. And then when you look at it, they've just got points all across the board. Carpanese with 2, Thayular with 1, Guma with 3, Simon, Kushba, Montano all with 3, and then Campbell Bordonia with 2, which sort of compared to, it's almost the opposite of what boys basketball has been on, where they'll have one player with a really great game and not a ton of auxiliary help. We're seeing that with Shrine. They've got 16, 15, and 12 from Kramer, Tillman, and Smith, and 1 from Proctor. So now Amelia Stewart going to throw in for the Irish. Looking for some help. Sends that over to Nella Kaminskis. Now back over to Amelia Stewart. Puts on the brakes. Down to under a minute. Over to D'Souza. D'Souza looking for some options. Has that one taken away, but now loose jump ball. That's going to be blue ball. So 52.6 seconds left in the game. We'll try to get an interview after the game with lead scorer Tessa Bordonia. As always, I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting, bringing you all your live coverage of NDP Sports as McNack gets that rebound. Now that's up ahead to Izzy Kaminskis. Izzy sends that to Ariana. Underneath, D'Souza. Layup out. Handled by Malkowski. Up ahead to Tillman. To Snow. Passes that one over. And that one no good. That is 21. Don't have a number on her. No clue who that is. So Olivia D'Souza now with it. Long 2 from Kaminskis, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Everyone battling for it, taken by Stewart. To McGank. Puts up the layup, no good. But that will take us to the end of the game. Your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish victorious 60-44. I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's coverage. We'll be live tomorrow at 6 with boys wrestling. Hope to catch you there. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and stay up to date with everything that's been going on with Irish sports.